Hello, Matthew Harvey here, author of the Benicia Chronicles, A Time for Swords, Wolf of Wessex and other tales. And here I am in sunny Wessex. It's June the 14th, and you can see far off in the background there, I think. Can you see? There's some farm machinery, so this is the hay being baled up for the first time this year, and the weather's finally decided to get a bit warmer, so I decided to take Blue for his walk a bit earlier, a bit further than I do normally. It's sort of in the morning. Normally I do a quick walk in the morning of just sort of 10-15 minutes, then go and do some work. I thought I'll do a bit longer now before it gets too hot, because he really doesn't like the heat. And then get started with work. So I thought I'd just sign in and give you a quick update of where I'm at with things, what I'm doing. Blue, come this way. Come here. There's a horrible stagnant puddle here, which I don't want Blue to. I'm just pushing him along. He has a tendency to stop and drink from the most disgusting stagnant puddles, which when you're on farmland, they can have all sorts of, well, literally crap in them, and he tends to, he sort of acts like a wolf or something, eating everything he finds. But seems to have a rather delicate tummy, and then he gets really ill, which means I get woken up in the middle of the night to let him out, and then have to clean up after him. So with that information, anyway. So, what am I doing at the moment? At the moment, I'll tell you what I'm doing. Waiting for the edits to come back from my editors for Forest of Foes, which is book 10 in the Benicia Chronicles. And I spoke to one of my editors on Friday, and they said that minor edits, so fingers crossed I'm not going to get huge amounts of changes, which is kind of the normal thing for me for the Benicia Chronicles books. But there's always a terrifying moment after sending in the draft, and that was a couple of months ago, and sort of waiting for the feedback. But it sounds like the feedback's not going to be too bad. So I'm waiting for those notes. Once I get those comments through, I'll make the changes to the manuscript, and that will then go off to the proper copy edit. So it goes into the production process. But in the meantime, I've written this Western novella that I mentioned a while ago. I've decided that I'm not going to publish it, or at least I've no plans to publish it at the moment. I think some of the subject matter and the language and stuff like that just wouldn't go down well in today's climate. So what I've decided to do at the moment is I'm releasing it piece by piece on my Patreon page, for members of the Patreon who are the Yesith level and above. That's the second tier. So there's multiple tiers on the Patreon, but the second tier up and above, people will be able to read the full novella, which at the moment is called A Man Dies But Once. The original title was You Only Die Once, and that could be the title. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference, but anyway, I'm quite happy with the novella itself. It's 20,000 words, and I think I've sort of captured the feel of the time and the place that I was looking for. But I'm just, I'm not convinced about how sellable it is as it stands at the moment. But if you really want to read it, as I say, join my Patreon. You can find details of the Patreon. I'll put details in the comments of this or in the description. You can find it from my website, matthewharvey.com, and you can find links there. And if you're interested, go and have a look. There's also more than 100, well over 100 posts of other things, from behind the scenes footage and interviews with people on the Serpent Sword project, which is at the moment sort of still going along in the background, although It's a hard slog to get in that very far at the moment, but there's lots of stuff on there. There's other exclusive posts I post about updates and things, and there's also another short story that I wrote a while ago, set in the time and place of the Benicia Chronicles. So that's a bit strange, but I'm not going to at the moment release that anywhere either. So you've got some exclusive stories and stuff for the different tiers. Anyway, go and have a look and see what you think if you're interested in that. So in the meantime, whilst I'm waiting, I'm going to change arms. My arm is tired. Whilst waiting for the review comments back from my editor, I decided that I would work on the synopsis of the next Benicia Chronicles book. So I've been doing some research into that, and as usual, that means researching new locations and history of different places, following the footsteps of book number 9, actually, Forest of Foes, which everyone is going somewhere else again, new. So I have to do quite a bit of in-depth research. But I'm going to create that synopsis. Blue's gone running past. Also, then what I'm going to do, my plan is then to write down a detailed synopsis of the third A Time for Swords book. So that will be that's the sequel to A Night of Flames. So if you read A Night of Flames and you want to know what happens next to Hunlaf and his cohort of friends, that will probably be the next book that I tackle, and that probably will be out in 2023 now. Forest of Foes is out in 2022. Just thinking whether I turn around or go down that way. Let's go down this way. So that's going to probably be out towards the end of 2023 because of the book release schedules, which we'll see how that all pans out. But probably not going to. I'll write it, the third one of A Time for Swords. I'll be writing that over the rest of this year, and then release it, as I say, give it to my editor and stuff early next year, and that will be then released towards the end of 2023. And then possibly in 2024 I'll have 2 books coming out, and that will be the book 10 of the Benicia Chronicles, which I will be writing, I guess, next year. And then an as yet undecided other book, could be another one of those series, but possibly a standalone and possibly set in the 19th century American West. I've used this novella as a proof of concept research project, really, so to sort of get me into the mindset of what it would be like to actually write a novel set in different time period and different place. And I've got some ideas for a synopsis. So the third synopsis that I'm going to write is actually going to be a proposed Western novel. So we'll see. I'm going to have those 3 synopses then to work on, or to work from. And and then after the summer holidays, of which I've got some coming up, and then I will be properly getting into, once I've done the edits and everything on Forest of Foes, I'll be getting into probably A Time for Swords first, then the Benicia Chronicles book 10 probably, and then this other as yet undecided, possibly standalone novel, whether a Western or something else, we will see. The editors actually asked me to look at a different time period as well, and see whether I can think of something to write, either a standalone or maybe the start of a new series, but possibly a standalone set in a slightly different time period. So I might be thinking about that as well over the next few months in between writing, and see if I can come up with some ideas for that, and that might take the place of this Western. I don't really know, or maybe I'll write both. For me, always the most difficult thing is coming up with the ideas. The actual writing process is never that complicated. It is. I don't want to belittle the effort that it takes, but it's not the most difficult part of the process. For me, the most difficult part of the process is actually coming up with the ideas and the plot and linking everything together and making it all make sense. Blue, come on. Here he is. Here he's coming. Where is he? Go on, Blue. He's not rushing. He's like, all right, I'm here now. Right. So it will feel good to have these sort of synopses, which were kind of, you know, semi-detailed plot descriptions. It will feel good to have them kind of in the bank, ready then to work on over the next couple of years. So that's really where I stand with work, with the writing, and what else? Well, I've got some a new project coming up as well, something a little bit different, with another writer, but that's still top secret, so I will let you know more about that as and when the time comes. As I say, if you want to find out stuff in advance, because I've already mentioned a bit more about what's happening on Patreon, then by all means have a look at the patron levels, patron tiers on Patreon, and check that out, and you get some exclusive stuff. But if you don't want to do that, because I totally get it that you might not want to, please like and subscribe the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter and follow me on Facebook and all of that, and just keep in touch, sign up for the newsletter, just keep in touch every way, any way you like, and let me know what you think of the videos, and thanks for all your support, and happy reading and happy week. Bye bye.